Coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. On the Tampa sideline, it's head coach Todd Bowles. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, Raheem Morris, for 3 years, the head coach of the Buccaneers. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That's caught. It's Evans. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. On play action, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Heath. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On first down is Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They send Evans in motion. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. They'll run it. It's Irvin.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
On first down, right back to Robinson. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Penix. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He pulls it in around the 5.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Falcons will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Greg, as the Bucs come out, maybe this team is the most underappreciated in the NFL. 4 straight division titles, consistency. This is a Tampa team that in the post-Brady era has done really well in terms of sustaining their success.
Oh, there's no question, and you have to give a lot of credit to the job that Todd Bowles has done. He's taken advantage of a down division, the NFC South, a lot of teams finding their quarterbacks, kind of rebuilding from some better times in years past, and then the job they have done not only replacing offensive coordinators the last couple years, but also the job they've done with Baker Mayfield. He was a guy, Mike, that was left for dead. The career looked all but over. He goes from riding the bench in Carolina to a quick little spurt that probably saved his career out with Sean McVay and the Rams. And the next thing you know, he's the guy filling in behind Brady, and all he has done is win the division every year since.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 9. They send Godwin in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Ooh! And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second down at the 10-yard line.
On second down, a run with Irvin. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
To throw is Mayfield. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in and they'll try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 6-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Atlanta Falcons, 8-9 last year, in it right down to the wire. However, 7 straight losing seasons. What are the keys here for getting this turned around for the Falcons?
Yeah, and obviously all eyes are going to be on Michael Penix. It's going to be on the quarterback. It was a very strange situation last year. Not only the money they gave Kirk Cousins in free agency, but then only a couple weeks later, Mike, they shocked the NFL world in a lot of ways by drafting Michael Penix, which told you just how good they thought he was. He was magical coming out of college. So the question is, all right, Michael Penix, you're the guy. There's no question, there's no uncertainty. You are the starting quarterback all offseason leading up to week 1. Well, here is your moment. Make this team yours, put them on your back, and lead them, because there's a lot of really good pieces, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This should be a very competitive team in what's not a great division in the NFC South.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Yaya Diaby taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On second down, here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now Penix on third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the RPO, they'll get this to Ibuka. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Baker to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's in! Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown Buccaneers. For Ibuka, 26 total touchdowns at Ohio State. And now the rookie has #1 in the NFL. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field, a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
On third down, Penix escaping to his left. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby. What a way to kick off the new year. 2 sacks in the first half of the opener. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And this is Patrick Mahomes. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is CeeDee Lamb. He was absolutely electric. This, one of 3 touchdown grabs for him in the game. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Devon Achane. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. McLeod now to return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay.
Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
Play action. It's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Levante David doing his work on defense. 3rd and 7. To throw is Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Christian Izien there to bring him down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. You're going to go play action with Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Atlanta.
And 10 at the 22-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 21, here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Here's Penix. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. So, from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. It's Otten in motion. Baker gonna hand it to White. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal. That's Ibuka in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is caught side of the end zone. Cade Otten. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the 2nd half. Agnew on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 25.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one taken in by London. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is third down. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. He's got a man. That's complete. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now Penix, that's complete to McLeod. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
5 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll go. It's Robinson. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. his 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
Buccaneers.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second down throw from Mayfield. Quick slant into the hands of Ibuka. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw. Left side, he's got Ibuka. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Baker. He's got his big tight end. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Agnew on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
That's good.
On 1st down, it's Penix. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again, it's Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
Throwing again, it's Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 24.
Penix going to throw again. That's caught left side by Pitts. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Again, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete. So here comes 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
At the 2-yard line.
Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. 2nd down, goal to go. To throw is Penix. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. On is Koo for the point after. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
Toward the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's got his target. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are right back in this one.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of the game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.